Welcome to the Narrate podcast, where we aim to tell God's story with our lives. We'll be continuing to post the Sunday message each week, but we want to dive a little deeper and offer some content to supplement your life with God, and that's where our Beyond Sunday series comes in. Join Adam and Narrate staff as they provide thoughtful discussions, ideas, and interviews that go beyond the message you'll hear on Sunday.
So we're here, Lexsey and I, talking about VBS, and VBS is very much your vision, and not to say that I don't share it with you, but I mean, this is an instance of you care deeply about VBS.
Yes.
So I'm excited to talk about why you care so deeply, but maybe we should start by just talking logistics, like when, where, how does someone register, how much does it cost, what are those logistical things?
Sure. The who is fall of 2025, kindergarten through fourth grade kiddos.
Okay, so incoming kindergarten through fourth grade to the next school year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And the where is Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds. We will be in the entry hall, so the big main building, we will be in the entry hall of that space.
Nice.
It's actually a really cool space. And then we also have the lawn outside of the 4-H building, the big barn building, if you can picture that, for our games. So
Sweet.
the big green. So we have outdoor space, indoor space. It's really nice. And then
What are the dates?
dates, June 23rd through 26th, Monday through Thursday,
Okay.
from 9 a.m. to noon. And the cost this year, for the first time ever, free.
So
For
the
any
fine
kiddo.
folks of Narrator underwriting the cost of VBS.
Yes,
Yeah, sweet.
they are, which is amazing for our community.
Why did we shift? Because we used to charge.
We used to charge. We shifted. There were a couple people within our Narrate community that were really passionate about the idea of providing free camp. Most churches do, or offer it at like a donation base.
Okay.
And so we pitched it, and Doris found a way.
Sweet. Yeah.
So
I like that. And it also speaks to the, because this is this the, how many years have we done? Like, I know there's been other versions like Activate, but just VBS proper. How many years have you led VBS?
this will be year 3.
And so was that 21, 22? What year did we take off? Because I feel like there's a gap in there, isn't there?
There is a gap in there. 21, 22. Well, this is, I guess, year 4.
Okay.
21, 22, gap 23, 24,
24.
and now 25.
Okay. Why did we take 23 off? Do you remember?
I
I don't remember the occasion of that.
don't either, actually. I can't remember if it was location based or just.
I remember the conversation of
Wild
like,
summer?
don't force it, and then it was like, I don't think I can do this and do that well, but it wouldn't have been when Lachlan was a baby.
No.
Yeah, I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
I can't remember.
So yeah, I mean, to me, VBS is one of those things. I mean, one of our statements, I was taught this early on, was no one's going to care about your thing more than you do. And I love that you're the visionary for this. And so whether you're talking to the random person who might have a niece or a nephew or a neighbor or someone who has a kid or someone who's trying to pitch to their friends that they should send their kid, like what's the why behind VBS? Like why do you work so hard to do this? And how many people are on the team?
How many people are on the team?
Leaders.
Oh, gosh. I guess I should have looked at the numbers before we did this. I mean, we probably have close to 30
Wow.
leaders.
And it's like an A list of leaders.
It's an A-list. We have like
That's awesome.
mostly returning leaders, and then we have a handful of people who are jumping on the team, but for the most part it's a team who has seen the vision for it and has bought in. So
That's awesome. Good
they're
job with that.
returners and super excited, which is awesome.
Yeah, returners is huge. So back to that question.
Yeah.
So what's the why behind VBS?
Yeah, so VBS is definitely my passion project, I would say, of my time in kids ministry. For all the years I've done kids ministry, VBS has been a huge highlight, both at Narrate and previous churches I've been at. It's also a huge part of my childhood, which I think is important to add, because I think VBS played a huge part in my own faith journey. All that aside...
Also, say more about that.
Okay. So I come from a really, like, broken family, especially when it comes to faith. And so I attended church, but my mom did not. And my dad did not for most of my childhood, but they sent us kids to church. And VBS was one of those things that I think just working parents, my parents really appreciated free childcare. And so they sent me to that. And I think that's just one of the long lasting, like I have memories of going to VBS camps as a kid and having leaders like up in front dancing and leading us through motions. And actually at a VBS camp that I was at, which we don't do this at ours, but we had a leader ask from the front of the room, and this is kind of like typical, I guess, evangelical church, ask from the front of the room if kids would like to accept Jesus into their hearts and like walk into this like room. You raise your hand and they pull you. And I got my first Bible at VBS. And
so you were one of those kids that raised your hand?
Yeah, I raised my hand, went back. I was probably, I don't know, 3rd, 4th grade at the time. And yeah, I went back into this room and there were several leaders that just talked to us about what does this mean? What happens next? And then they gave us all a Bible.
Wow.
And I still have that Bible, so that speaks a lot. And now working in kids ministry, I think that probably played a huge...
So it had a huge impact on you.
Huge impact. Yeah.
So, so the why now, like, yeah, keep going on that.
The why now, especially for Narrate, because most of the kids that come to VBS are Narrate kids. I think the why is, on a greater scale, Narrate Kids sees kids through the full biblical timeline in 3 years. So in 3 years, they're getting Old Testament, New Testament, before Jesus' life, after Jesus' life. Whereas VBS really focuses in on just the gospel narrative of Jesus' life. So it's this super hyper-focused, hands-on experience for kids where they really get to dive into and focus on Jesus's life and the gospel narrative just solely at VBS, whereas they don't usually get to spend that much time in it at Narrate Kids, because it's like, 1 week you're on one story, then the next week, and it's 1 hour, and it's very fast paced, where VBS we get to kind of slow down, zoom out, and the kids, I mean, they're doing experiments, they're playing games that tie in. Their pack leaders that travel around with them are getting to have in-depth conversations with them. So it's just an entirely different experience. And the goal of all of that with VBS is that then they're walking away from VBS with, I guess it's hard to say because I don't want to downplay what we do at Narrate Kids. It's just a different experience. But the hope is that they walk away from VBS with a more in-depth relationship with Jesus, an understanding of Jesus that they might not get from a typical Sunday morning.
Yeah, because functionally they're getting 16 hours of VBS, right?
Right.
8 to noon?
9 to noon.
Oh, so 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And you get an hour on Sunday.
Right.
So
it's
like 3 months of going to church.
Exactly, in 1 week. So it's just this super packed, informative, transformative can be experience. So
what's the type of the kid who loves VBS?
Well, that's a good question. We have all different kinds of kids that come. So I would say there's no like one specific type. If you're... See, words are hard because I don't want to sound judgy, but I'm not trying to be. Like nerdier kids who don't really like games and being competitive are totally going to love Imagination Station, where they go and they like they're creating like this snow, fake snow, and doing all these like crazy like experiments and crafts and different things. And then if you're
the kid that plays football on the playground.
Yeah,
that's what I hear you trying to say.
Yeah, you're gonna love games. If you love to read sticky scripture, like the kids get to go and memorize Bible verses and play these weird games and watch funky videos and have fun at that, which...
What about the kid who just wants snacks?
They will get snacks. There's also a snack time.
Yeah, so maybe we should go through, like, what is the format? The kids roll out of their mom's Subaru Outback at 8:45, and then what?
Yeah, so they check in at the west entrance, come in. They'll meet with so every year our theme changes what we call our groups. So this year is True North, so it's all kind of Alaskan, Montanan themed, which is really fun and familiar for the kids. So they'll walk in and they'll meet with their pack leaders. So they're traveling around in packs.
So that's an adult that they get
the whole
time every day.
Yeah, every day pack leaders are with them. They have pack leaders and junior pack leaders assigned to their groups. Okay. So they will meet in their pack circles, which are just designated spaces that they meet in with their pack leaders. And those pack leaders will get them their name tag necklaces for the day, assign crew roles. So we have 5 different roles where the kids it will rotate through and they'll have different jobs, like as simple as thank youer is one of the rules. So when they leave a station, the thank youer has to say thank you to the station leader. And
name off 5 of your pack leaders.
5 of my pack leaders.
Yeah, just so that people have a sense of who's coming.
Hannah Durga is brave in 3rd and 4th grade.
That's assuming she survives Lithuania.
Yeah, Lithuania. Carrie Bruskern and Durston Eckert are leading kindergarten together. Kelly Sheridan is leading 2nd. And then Grace Rainey and Ashlyn Magnuson are leading what's left? 1st grade.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of an all-star cast.
All-star cast.
So they show up, they get put in their pack leader, they get their jobs, and then what are the different stations they rotate through? So
everybody comes to Sing and Play Peak first, which is our kind of opening ceremony. So the kids will get introduced to their daily Bible buddy, daily Bible verse, sing songs. So we have one cool thing this year that we're adding in is we're going to have live music first day and last day. So Leslie is going to come and sing for the kids at opening ceremony on the first day and closing ceremony the last day. After Sing and Play Peak, the kids will then travel around in their packs to 4 different stations, which are Imagination Station. Do you want me to name who is leading them?
No.
Okay. I just Imagination Station, which is Experiments.
I mean, you can, but whatever.
I mean, it's fun to call them out, I guess. Yeah. That's going to be Annie Tomarup and Rachel Pierce leading that. And then Sticky Scripture, which is the Bible memorization, which will be led by Sue Stone and Carol Carpenter. Wow. Then we have Wild Bible Adventure, which is led by myself.
What's that?
Wild Bible Adventures, where they're going to learn their Bible story for the day.
Sweet.
That'll be led by me, and then Sam Weisshire and Henry Tomarup are my juniors in that group, which will be super fun.
Is Henry that old?
Henry's that old.
Wow.
I know, it's amazing. This is his first year junior leading.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then we have Glacier Games, which is led by Taylor Preschinger, and helping her is going to be Tristan Hill.
Wow.
And Parker Billieu and Thatcher Eckert.
Wow. So it really is a star-studded cast.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have an awesome group. There's lots of youth.
They hear a Bible lesson. They do a scripture memory thing. Mm-hmm. What else am I missing?
Experiment.
You skipped snack time.
Oh, and snack time. Yeah, they do have a break in between traveling, so they'll travel to their first 2 groups.
4 snacks? Oh. Okay.
No, they'll travel to their first 2 groups for snacks. They would be like, yes. 2 groups and then snack, and then their final 2 groups. And then we do closing, which is where they explain their God sightings for the day. So each group does these things called God sightings, which is like focusing in and trying to teach kids how to notice what God is doing in just the like mundane moments of life. So while they're at camp, the goal is that they're looking for the little things that God is doing and noticing them.
It's very Ignatian.
Yeah. And then God sightings is just our way of like saying thanks God at camp. Yeah.
Sweet. So 9 to noon. If someone wants to sign up their kids, how do they do that?
That is a great question. It's kind of a tricky process because we use our Kid Check program for registration, which is what we use on Sunday mornings for check-in. So if someone wants to register, they can go to our Narrate website, and it's on, I'm told it's on the main page, the kids page, and the event page, linked in all three places. So if you can't find it, email me and I will get you the link. So.
And then don't we have like a QR code on some things too, don't we?
Yep,
there it is.
There's QR codes on social media, both Instagram and Facebook. They've been posted, and it's been sent out through email also.
Yeah, you just have to scroll just a little bit.
And it's right there. And registration's super easy, especially if you're an attendee of Narrate already and your kiddos come to Narrate Kids. It's really simple. You just click on the link, and then your profile pops up, and you just click your kids' names and hit enroll, and you're done.
Sweet.
Super easy.
What else do we need to say about that? That's pretty exciting. There's a lot of good job. That's a good team, and it sounds well organized and fun, and there's still spots available.
Still spots available, yeah.
Are you going to close registration if it starts on the 23rd?
Yeah, we're going to close registration that end of the second week of June. I can't think of what that date is, but that Friday.
1/8/15, so yeah. The 13th?
Yes. I'm glad you're good with dates, because I can't do that.
My whole life revolves your life revolves around Sundays too, but yeah. Sundays are 1/8/15, so that means the 13th is the last day to register.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say about VBS? That's exciting, and I'm glad you're doing it. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. The hope is that if your kiddos aren't registered and you're available, you find a way to get them registered and send them to camp. It's just such a fun, packed week that kids, and an experience that kids don't get at Narrate Kids.
Yeah.
A typical Sunday.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else to ask.
Thank you.
Giddy up.
If you'd like to learn more about Narrate Church, find us online at narratechurch.org.
You can also look us up on Facebook or Instagram. Thanks for listening.